nothing wrong with a little Wednesday afternoon matinee here at the Big A. It's the rubber game of the series. Halos dropped game 1. They picked up game 2 last night, and it is game 3, the finale here from the Big A. Hi, everyone. From inside the Big A, I'm Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubson. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on May 13th. Turn the clock back to last night, and boy, what a spectacular performance by Dan Harrod. A one-hit shutout by the right-hander. And I tell you what, you talk about starting pitchers and even offensive players feeding off of each other. Jared Weaver and Dan Harrod right now setting the tone.
Boy, Victor, that friendly competition you mentioned, Dan Harrod last night, that was against a club that had won 8 games in a row. Cleveland has been playing outstanding baseball, but Dan Harrod was able to utilize that split-finger fastball. He pitched inside with his two-seam fastball. He was able to mix in his curveball. He even threw some straight changeup. He was that good, and of course, finished it off by fielding his position, flips it over to first base, a one-hit shutout. And when you add that into what Jared did the last time out for him with 15 strikeouts, you're talking about a dynamic duo right here. Both of those guys with ERAs under 1, 3-0 mark. Outstanding stuff, and give your team a chance not only to win the game, but they're going deep in there and minimize the outs you have to get out of that bullpen.
Both of those guys with whips, that's walks and hits divided by innings pitched under 1. Dan Harrod right now, the major league leader at just about 5, at 0.5 I should say. Unbelievable numbers by both guys. Last night, Dan Harrod got the help of the long ball. The youngsters, Peter BOURJOS, Mark TRUMBO going deep. See if those guys can continue. For the quiet assassin, ERVIN SANTANA, toe on the slab. Line up the first pitch when we return. And by Time Warner Cable. Switch to Time $499 plus tax. And by Time Warner Cable. Switch to Time Warner Cable's Triple Play bundle and lower your monthly bill. Call 1-855-TRIPLE-PLAY. Oh, very good crowd here at the Big A. And, of course, with that 4 o'clock start, you wonder what the shadows were going to do around home plate. See the shadows starting to creep towards home plate. We'll take a look at Maniacta's lineup for the Indians, who had their 8-game winning streak snapped last night. Michael Brantley leading things off in center as Trumbo Cabrera at shortstop. Shin-Soo Choo at right field. It's Carlos Santana, the cleanup man behind the plate. Travis Safter's the DH. Orlando Cabrera is at second base. Austin Kearns back in the lineup in left. Matt LaPorta is back at first. And Adam Everett makes his first appearance of the series. He gets a start at third base, and he will bat ninth against ERVIN. Santana comes into this one with an 0-1 mark and a 3.68 ERA.
And he's throwing the ball very well. His slider's been outstanding so far this season. So has his velocity on his fastball, mixing a pretty good changeup, and has been throwing more curveballs, particularly against left-handed batters.
ERVIN got the start on Friday night, the home opener here against the Toronto Blue Jays. But the first pitch in this one is just down low. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Santana in that game against the Blue Jays went 8 innings, gave up 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 home run. He struck out 6 and walked 1. Brantley takes a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. Michael Brantley, a .275 average. No home runs and 5 runs batted in. 1 for 7 in this series. Breaking ball is in there. 1-2.
Yeah, establishing that curveball.
ERVIN, however, in his career has not fared that well against Cleveland.
Yeah, last few starts against him has been a little bit better. ERA in the 3, but it's pretty amazing. As good as stuff as ERVIN has never beaten Cleveland, the only team he has not beaten in the American League.
As the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cleveland comes into this one still atop the American League Central at the start of the day. 8-3 mark. 4-2 at home, 4-1 out on the road. Brantley shooting this one to left. Vernon Wells is playing him shallow, curls around, makes a catch. There is out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Halos. We've got Wells at left, BOURJOS at center, Torrey Hunter is in right. In the infield, it's CALLASPO at third, Brandon Wood gets a start at short, Howie Kendrick at second, Mark Trumbo at first, and Hank Conger back in the starting lineup behind the plate.
Well, I think Dan Herron said it best last night, the best outfield he's ever seen, and Torrey Hunter made an outstanding play going to his left and right center field to be able to get that ball up against the wall. Great first step and guts to be able to go up against that wall and make that play.
Cabrera takes down and away, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. We've grown so accustomed to watching any drives out into the alleys. Keeping our eyes as this one's driven out toward left center field. And Vernon is not going to be able to get it. Goes off his gloves. Cabrera will round second. He is going to try to go to third. And he is in there with a triple. I was just going to say anything shot to the alley. So used to seeing Peter BOURJOS race over there. That ball was tailing back towards Wells, and he had a better shot at it than Peter did.
Well, that ball was hit well, too, by Cabrera. He tried to cut it off, had a pretty good angle, reaches up just off his glove. He almost made an outstanding play.
So a triple for Cabrera, his first of the year. He's at third base. And Shin-Soo Choo's the batter. The right fielder off to a little bit of a slow start, a 190 average. The breaking ball is in there. It was Choo who had the only hit in the game last night against Dan Herron. It was a 1-out base hit in the 4th inning. Herron in that game last night had 4 guys reach. That was it. That fastball is up. It's 1-1. Orlando Cabrera reached on an error in the second. The walk to Jack Hanahan in the third. The base hit to Choo, then the walk to Santana.
I think anybody reached second base, did they?
Nope.
I mean, it was that dominant of a performance.
Fouled back, and it's 1-2.
Coming off a club that had an 8-game win streak, swinging the bat exceptionally well also. The ability to be able to throw secondary pitches, off-speed pitches, and fastball counts was the key, and is able to throw curveballs and sliders first pitch for strikes.
One-two to Choo. Tried to get him to chase that breaking ball down and in. It misses. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trumbo still playing in at first base with a left-handed batter up. CALLASPO's dropped back at third. Just underway here at the Big A.
One out, triple by his dribble. Cabrera. Chu takes that fastball up and away. It's a full count. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball out towards center. Drifting back on it is Bourjos. It'll be deep enough to score Cabrera. And Cleveland's going to take a 1-0 lead here in the first. Shin-Soo Choo with his third RBI of the year.
Nice job of getting his hands back with his slow curveball. Made the adjustment in the middle of his swing. Hit that ball pretty well to center field to get that first run across for Cleveland.
2 outs now. Bases clear. Here comes Carlos Santana, the catcher. A switch hitter hitting .225 with a home run and 6 runs batted in. Santana 0 for 4 Monday night. 0 for 2 last night. First pitch. It is a strike. Nope, a little bit low. Brian Ruggie calling the balls and strikes. Mike Malinsky is the first base umpire. Tim McClellan at second. Ted Barrett over at third. One on its way. Santana lifts a fly ball to center, playable for Bourjos, who comes racing in, glasses gleaming, and he'll make the catch for the third out. But the Indians strike first. They get a run on the sac fly. We hit to the bottom of the first. Indians on top 1-0. Bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for this afternoon. Halos at 6-5 on the year. Peter Bourjos leading things off at center. Howie Kendrick at second. Bobby Abreu's the DH. Torrey Hunter in right field. Vernon Wells, after 9 off last night, is back in the lineup in left. Alberto Callaspo at third base. Mark Trumbo at first. It's Hank Conger doing the catching, and Brandon Wood batting ninth, playing shortstop. Taking on the right-hander, 24 years of age, from Barquisimeto, Venezuela, the name of Carlos Carrasco.
Yeah, Carrasco's got a good fastball, 91, 95, curveball, slider, very good slider, and a changeup.
First pitch to Peter Bourjos is in there for a strike. Bourjos 2 for 3 last night. His average at 250. Picking up his first home run of the year. He takes a strike here, and it's 0-2. He's got 5 runs batted in. As a matter of fact, his last 4 hits have been extra base hits. Everett drops back now at third with an 0-2 count here to start this one. Fastball got him looking on the outside corner. Bourjos sees 3 fastballs. There's out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Indians. Austin Kearns in left, Michael Brantley at center, Shin-Soo Choo in right. In the infield from third to first, you've got Everett, Cabrera, as well as LaPorta at first base. Carlos Santana doing the catching.
And Adam Everett getting that start at third base. You've seen him play shortstop throughout his career. Very soft hands. His second career started at third base position, but a guy that will come in on the baseball very well. is certainly suitable for that third base position.
Carlos Carrasco's thrown 4 fastballs and all for strikes. Howie in the hole at 0-1. That one misses off the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Kendrick a .341 average, 4 home runs, 4 runs batted in. 0 for 4 last night. And it is 1-2 now.
Sharp breaking ball there.
Yeah. Carlos lost in his first start against the Chicago White Sox, and then picked up his first win of the year against the Seattle Mariners the last time out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Highly touted prospect coming up through the Philadelphia Phillies organization and was traded along with Jason Donald, Jason Knapp, and Lou Marson for Cliff Lee in 2009. This one chopped on the ground at third, backhanded by Everett. Low throw, LAPORTA digs it out, and Kendrick is retired for round number 2.
That third base position for the Tribe has been very busy throughout this series. A lot of ground balls at third base. Look at an off-speed pitch, maybe a changeup, but how he rolled over on hit the third base.
Jack Hanahan played there the last 2 games. Everett getting the start. The guy that they were going to have at third base on an everyday basis, at least for this year, is Jason Donald. He's on a rehab assignment down in the minor leagues with a broken bone in his hand. There's Bobby Abreu with 2 outs. Nobody on. Abreu, .368 with a home run. 4 runs batted in. And racking up the walks. He had 3 of them last night. So 0 for 1 last night. He's got 13 walks on the year. He's tied for the American League lead at the start of the day. A .529 on base percentage for Bobby Abreu. Swings and misses here, and it's no balls, 2 strikes.
So far, he's been throwing nothing but strikes. Good fastball velocity, 93, 94. Very good changeup and good motion on this changeup.
That's up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carrasco did face the Angels last year. Went 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 6. The 1-2 inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I kind of like the hip turn that Carrasco's featuring, something that Felix Hernandez incorporated his windup a couple of years ago, fellow countryman.
You know, similar to what you saw with Dan Herron. Whatever it takes to get yourself in a good balanced position over the pitching rubber is very important for you.
Fouled off to the left. Count remains 2-2.
See right here, good balance. That good hip turn, and then he works downhill with that pitch, allows him to go over that front leg so effectively.
This one pulled over to first. LAPORTA's got it, and Carrasco has himself a 1-2-3 inning. One of the books here at the Big A. Cleveland leading the Angels 1-0. exactly where American Airlines flies. For flights to over 250 cities in 40 countries, book your travel now at AA.com. Just down the road from the Big A, the Orange Circle, home of one of my favorite Cuban restaurants, Felix's. Been there for a long time.
Remember you talking about that place.
Kind of partial to that place.
Maybe an invite, hang with you down there one time?
Yeah. Howie Kendrick out at shallow right has this one. The overshift works, and Travis Hafner's retired on one pitch, with the Indians up 1-0.
Boy, Howie playing some nice defense. You're in position to be able to make that play. Trumbo did a nice job. Again, it's getting acclimated to first base, know where your second baseman is going to be. If you cover that too, then it's going to be a difficult flip over to the pitcher. Instead, a nice play gets that first out.
I mean, normally I'd invite you, but I wouldn't want you to start complaining about how you'd have to leave your house at 4 a.m. from up in Sacramento.
Just a short drive away.
Orlando Cabrera takes down low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Cabrera 333 to start the year, home run and 7 RBIs. It's a heck of a commute you make.
Is that the reason why you're not going to bite me, though?
No.
Okay.
1 ball, 1 strike. We'll get over there. I haven't even been there since I've been back.
Here it's supposed to be outstanding.
Just down below the knees. Cabrera ahead of the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Irvin giving up that triple. Went off the glove of Vernon Wells in left center field. So it's Dribble Cabrera, and Cabrera scored in the sac fly by Shin-Soo Choo in the first. Irvin taking a little walk around the mound. 3 balls and a strike. 1 out here in the second. This one's looped in the air to shallow right field. Torrey comes in. He'll make the catch. And there are 2 outs. Good location on that pitch.
Good spot. 3-1. You know if fastball's coming and the hitter's looking for the fastball. If you can hit it on the outside corner, you can get that fly ball to right field. Challenge on the middle part of the plate, that's when you see the damage against you.
Irvin's first start of the year. It's on the 3rd game of the year against Kansas City up at Kauffman Stadium on the 2nd of April. Went 6 2/3, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits. Got a no decision. That was the game in which he passed Dean Chance for 7th on the Angels' all-time strikeout list. Kearns takes another strike, and it's 0-2. Oh, foul off to the right. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. Have you checked out the list of ceremonial first pitch throwers this year? Roger Repo, from outfielder, first baseman for the Angels between 67 to 72, had the honor before the game today. Is Dean Chance on the list? As the 0-2 is,
I hope so.
Fouled at the plate.
I would think.
Rogers. Ceremonial first pitch.
Left-hander.
Lefty.
Wow, turned it over.
Yeah, he did turn it
circle
over.
Change-up.
0-2. Kearns lifts a fly ball to left. Vernon Wells calling off Bourjos. And Irvin Santana has himself a 1-2-3 inning. Went to the bottom of the 2nd. Jory Hunter, Vernon Wells, Alberto CALLASPO 2 up with the Halos down 1-0. Good indicator that Torrey Hunter's going to lead things off. Torreytown out at right field. Matsui Land packed his bags, went up to Oakland. So Torreytown settling in. The first pitch is a fastball that is in there for a strike. Torrey hitting .265, a couple of home runs, team leader in RBIs with 7. 0 for 4 last night. Wasn't a whole lot of offense between both guys, Dan Herron and Fausto Carmona. Carmona, the hard luck loser, going 7 2/3, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits, but he gave up the 2 solo home runs to Peter Bourjos and Mark Trumbo. Thus got hung with the L.
Yeah, I mean, really only made a couple of mistakes in the whole game. Those 2 home runs.
High fastball gets Torrey, and there's out number 1. Second strikeout for Carlos Carrasco. Hey, you can choose from 2 premium seating options at the Big A this season, and both include access to the Diamond Club restaurant, Diamond Field box seats next to the dugout, or tables on the Diamond Club patio behind home plate. For information or to order your seats today, call 888-796-HALO. There's Vernon Wells with 1 out, nobody on. Carrasco's retired all 4 men he has faced. Wells gives this one a little bit of a lift out to left field, and Austin Kearns is there to make the grab. Vernon is retired for out number 2.
Boy, guess along right. Torrey's first ball hitter, Vernon Wells, got a fastball, but this fastball had good running action in on his hands. He couldn't quite get the bat head out to be able to do some damage to it.
So Alberto CALLASPO steps in now. 2 outs, nobody on. Alberto's hit safely in 8 of the last 10 games. .324 average, a couple of home runs, 5 runs batted in. CALLASPO doing a nice job as far as getting on base. As well, his on-base percentage at .405. That pitch is down low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. The Angels as a team, as a matter of fact, at .328 on-base percentage, 5th in the American League. And this one's ripped into right field. Shin-Soo Choo thought about it, but he'll play it on the hop. First base runner for the Angels. That's one of those with that sun. At 4 o'clock start, dead in the eyes of the right fielder. You're not quite sure if you're going to be able to make a clean play on it. Might as well play it safe, especially with 2 outs.
Right field position in general at this stadium is pretty difficult. At night, you're dealing with the lights a lot. So you have to get that first quick step if you're going to make a play like that, but it gets away from you and all of a sudden falls in front for a base hit.
It keeps the inning alive for Mark Trumbo with 2 outs and a man at first. Mark hitting his first major league home run last night. First pitch is fouled back, and let's go back to last night. The approach to the plate against Fausto Carmona. Pitch on the inside part of the plate, and the question was whether or not it was going to be fair or foul. It was fair, obviously. Career best 6-game hitting streak going.
Boy, he crushed that ball. A lot of that power is generated by himself. That was an all-speed pitch.
His average at .282. 0-1 upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now's the time for hitters anyways. Home plate now in the shade. Pitcher's still out in that sunshine, will have some effect for hitters. Advantage to the pitcher. 1-1. It's down low, going with that on-speed pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Especially a guy with a good fastball like this, too. Carrasco's throwing 92 to 94, so your reaction time is a little bit less when it goes from the sunshine into the shadow.
Short lead for CALLASPO at first as Trumbo swings through that on-speed pitch. Count even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The spot we saw early against Torrey Hunter, he tried to elevate a fastball after throwing an all-speed pitch down.
Hank Conger is on deck. CALLASPO at first. The 2-2. Fastball hit well out to deep right field. Chasing Shin-Soo Choo back, and at the wall he'll make the catch. Trumbo giving it a ride. The Chew tracks it down. We are through 2 here at the Big A with Cleveland still on top 1-0. The Indians with a run in the first inning lead it 1-0. ERVIN Santana, no strikeouts, no walks, but gave up that 1-out triple off the glove of Vernon Wells. And that has been the only scoring so far as he was brought home by Shin-Soo Choo. Picking up the sac flies. Matt LAPORTA leads things off here. The first pitch breaking ball is down low. It's 8-9-1 due for Cleveland. LAPORTA, Everett, and Brantley. Check swing did not go, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. LAPORTA hitting .219. He was 0 for 3 last night. 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. The second home run coming back on Monday night. Swings here and lifts a fly ball. Left side of the infield. It's Brandon Wood calling off Alberto CALLASPO. Just out on that outfield grass, makes the catch for the first out. So 1 away. Comes out of Everett, the shortstop.
And ERVIN Santana getting those fly ball outs here. Yeah, ERVIN's thrown the ball very well. We've talked a lot about Dan Herron and Jared Weaver, how well they've thrown, but ERVIN has thrown the ball pretty well. Just no results as far as wins yet. But averaging over 7 innings to start, that's pretty solid.
Everett swings through that pitch, and it's no balls and a strike. Everett, 34 years of age. Georgia native, been around the big leagues last 8 years. Originally with the Houston Astros, a little bit with Minnesota, and then most recently with the Tigers. Dribbles this one up the line. It's Santana. A little underhand feed to Trumbo, and they are 2 outs. And April 26th, the Angels are hosting the Oakland Athletics right here at 7:05. All fans in attendance will receive a wall calendar courtesy of Pechanga Resort and Casino. The 13-month calendar highlights 50 years of Angels baseball and includes players such as Rod Carew, Don Baylor, and Tim Salmon. Purchase those tickets at the Angel Stadium ticket office.
Didn't explain that to me yesterday, Victor, about the 13-month calendar.
It's kind of like the Baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen. Just throw in an extra month.
Yeah. The same price of a dozen.
Perfect.
Or if you go to Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme.
Well, that was a tradition on Sunday day games in Major League Baseball. Donuts in the morning, and you couldn't go out on the field until they were all finished. I did my part.
I'm sure you did. There's some places, visiting clubhouse-wise, that there is a ton of junk food that they'd like to load you up on. 1-1 to Brantley is driven into right center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. BOURJOS cuts it off, and Brantley has a base hit with 2 outs. They want you a little bit sluggish when you're out on the road, don't they?
I think so. That quick sugar fix, and then that was it. Speaking of that, too, the cotton candy. It's a shame that was never in the clubhouse. That would have been great.
Why didn't you buy a cotton candy machine? Just have it set up by your locker.
I saw one the other day at the store. Believe me, I almost bought it. For my daughter, of course. She loves cotton candy.
Cabrera at the plate. He had that triple in the first, scored the run.
Brantley may be going early in this count.
Bluffs as if he were to go, but doesn't. Breaking ball drops in there. It's 0-1 on as Dribble Cabrera. Missed a considerable amount of time last year, 2 months, to a fractured left forearm. Still at 316. He's in the hole now at no balls, 2 strikes.
Nice job by Irvin going inside on that pitch too. It freezes the hitter. Good cut action on that fastball at 93. Irvin allowed 36 stolen bases against him last year, so he's pretty conscious of that this year as far as holding the ball and changing his delivery times to home.
Down in the dirt, nice job by Hank. Brantley stays at first base. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Angels have an off day, travel day tomorrow. Start a 3-game series with the White Sox at U.S. Cellular Field Friday night. And then a 3-game series with Texas beginning on Monday. Throw over there. Brantley's back. Rangers lost earlier today, 3-2 to the Tigers. Tigers winning in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's down in the dirt again. And again, Hank. Tremendous block. That one bouncing out in front of the plate. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Irvin is trying to muscle up on that breaking pitch. Down in front a little bit too quick on it.
Jam shot, 1 hopper over to second. Howie's got it. The inning comes to an end. No runs to hit, 1 left out. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Cleveland still on top, 1-0. Top 1-0.
Always communication between the pitcher and the pitching coach during the course of a game, just to refresh game plan. Of course, what you might see if you're a pitching coach mechanically wrong with you on the mound. Mike Butch is real good about picking that up.
Yep. And ERVIN has looked sharp, no strikeouts. But the exception of that first inning run, has settled in nicely. 1-0 to Hank. It's down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Angels sending up Conger, Wood, and then BOURJOS. 8-9-1 here in the 3rd inning. Carlos Carrasco with 2 strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit allowed, as Alberto CALLASPO getting a 2-out knock in the 2nd. Outside, it is 3 balls and no strikes. And even though it was an out to end the bottom of the 2nd, good approach by Mark Trumbo, driving that ball and taking Chu all the way to the base of the wall in right field. 3-0 inside. That's a 4-pitch walk. Leadoff man is on board. Bring up Brandon Wood.
Still residual effect from that fly ball hit well to right field. All of a sudden, you're not quite as aggressive with the fastball. Trying to hit your spots is a challenge to hit her middle part of the plate and trust movement.
Brandon hitting 125. Still looking for that first extra base hit of the year. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Brandon last played on Sunday. At 1 for 3 in that game, getting the start at shortstop. Speaking of which, Eric Ibarn, Yoel Pinheiro heading to Arizona. Eric might be rejoining the team as early as Monday. This one rolled over to 3rd. Everett's got it. Feeds Cabrera for 1. The relay on the first. It's a double play. There are 2 outs.
Carrasco with good stuff, good movement when he works down. Get those ground balls. Another ground ball to 3rd base once again. See how just forcing that pressure on the middle finger to be able to work on the sink on the fastball. Gets that ground ball to 3rd. You have that type of velocity and the shadows in effect. Very difficult to be able to pick up that baseball.
2 outs, nobody on for Peter BOURJOS. He saw 3 pitches in the first and struck out looking. He's 0 for 1. Everett playing in near the cut of the grass at 3rd. Same for LAPORTA at first. That's up and in. 2-0. Mentioned the Rangers Tigers score. Final there. Tigers winning at 3-2. Kansas City beat Minnesota 10-5. Oakland coming back against the White Sox. 7-4 win.
I believe Ozzie was pretty happy about that. They scored 3 in the 9th and 3 in the 10th to beat them.
Yeah, apparently Ozzie said he's searching for Bobby Thigpen once again. Here's the 3-0. Strike, 3-1. Howie Kendrick on deck. 3-1 from Carrasco. Swing and a miss. Full count.
A good swing in a 3-1 fastball. And that's what Mickey Hatcher wants out of BOURJOS. Be aggressive on the fastball.
Payoff pitch. They got him with a high fastball. Down goes BOURJOS for the 2nd time. That will end the 3rd. 3 in the books. Cleveland leading it 1-0. back to mention, just saw Kendrys Morales there. He's going to Tempe, Arizona as well. Ran some sprints today, which is a good sign. Ibar's already headed there. Pinheiro as well may throw a simulated game. Scott Casimir is working out of Houston.
Yeah, going back home and getting some work out there while the club is on the road. And Kendrys Morales was the big thing, the positive as far as progressive sprints he was running today. Along with the workout he had yesterday, certainly some good signs working right now.
Starting to see that line at the end of the tunnel. 0-1 pitch to Chu is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's when I guess not only Kendrys, but the Angels organization, the Angels fans will get excited when you get that report that he ran the bases today, starting to step up that progress. Once to get that, some cuts, get on a rehab assignment.
And that's the big thing. You mentioned that cuts and running the bases at different angle and run on the corner of a base. That's a telltale sign that you're ready to roll at that point.
Good location on that pitch. It's 1-2. Chu had the sac fly in the first inning, pick up his 3rd RBI. Breaking ball down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Irvin, a lot more curveballs today, but a lot of lefties in this lineup for Cleveland. He likes to throw his slider to right-handed batters, but a lot of lefties throwing a slow curve. He will throw that slider also at the hands inside against left-handed batters.
Chu backs out. Just missed in, full count. Carlos Santana is on deck. Travis Hafner in the hole. Payoff pitch to Chu. This one's ripped into right field. A leadoff man is on for Cleveland. 3rd hit of the game for the Indians. Here comes Santana.
Number 41, Carlos Santana.
Indians catcher 0 for 1. Hit a fly ball to center field that ended the first.
Similar drill for Irvin Santana with Chu at first base, who runs very well himself. Just vary your times to home. You don't necessarily have to have your best move at first base, but you just got to give him a different look.
There he goes on the first pitch. The breaking ball is down low. The throw is not at time. It's a stolen base. Picked the perfect pitch to go on.
Boy, good jump. Then mixing the fact of slow curveball, very difficult pitch for Hank Conger to be able to catch and throw with that speed that Chu has and the jump he had.
First stolen base of the year for Chu. Santana takes that breaking ball low. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Chu with at least 20 stolen bases over the last couple of years. Puts himself in the scoring position. Brandon's charged with trying to keep him close to the bag at short. A pitch outside. And it's 3 balls, no strikes with Hafner on deck. Four-pitch walk, first of the game for Irvin. 2 men on, nobody out. Take the chances with Travis Hafner, who saw 1 pitch in the 2nd inning and grounded out to Howie Kendrick from shallow right field.
We can use that ground ball right now, get 2 outs with 1 pitch. But you know, Irvin throwing a lot of curveballs today. He's got good velocity on his fastball. Still the best pitch in baseball is a well-located fastball. Again, there's no doubt in my mind that that 0-6 career mark against the Tribe certainly plays a part in it as far as how aggressive you're going to be. So go back to that fastball mentality, then use those off-speed pitches to get hitters out.
Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. And with base runners, Howie Kendrick, even with Hafner at the plate, can't play on a shallow right field area. He's got to be on the dirt, trying to turn that double play. Outfield straight up. Check swing. Ball's in the dirt. Trying to go to third is Chu, and he'll get in there on the wild pitch.
With over through this curveball once again, and the different spin on the baseball with a curveball as compared to a fastball. It's sometimes difficult for a catcher, even if you get in position to block it in front, it spins away from you. You try to smother it as much as you can to keep it in front.
Cleveland now with runners at the corners. That's Santana, the catcher, at first. Chu over at third. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Travis Hafner. That's up and in. 2-1. Irvin just has not been able to get locked in with that, as you pointed out, location of that fastball in order to set up the other breaking pitches. Hafner, that's a fly ball, third base shot. This one will find its place in the seats.
Well, the big thing is now if you're Irvin, you're on the mound here, first and third with no outs. Yes, you would love to throw up a 0, but you got to think of lines of minimizing the damage. So if you get 2 outs with a ground ball, every once in a while they might be able to freeze the runner to third too if it's hit well at an infielder. But you got to think in the lines of getting an out right here.
Two. This one on the third base side. CALLASPO giving chase. He'll run out of room. At least through the first couple of at-bats against Hafner, Santana's kept him from full extension of the arms, tying him up on the inside part of the plate.
Big, strong hitters love the fastball out over the plate where they can get that full extension and square the baseball up. If you get inside, you take away the majority of the power away from them.
Check swing, looked like he went around. He did. Brian Runge rings him up. Down goes Hafner. There's out number 1.
That looked like that hard slider. He's been, like I said, throwing a lot of curveballs to lefties. This time a hard slider. Made that commitment, that back foot. Great spot for that slider. No question he went.
So the runners remain at first and third. Double play still in order. Orlando Cabrera, the batter. Hit a fly ball to right field in the second inning. Third to first move. Orlando's one of those guys throughout his career that if you're in a hit and run situation, not a bad guy to have up there. He fouls this one back, not afraid to kind of take what's given to him, make it work for him. He throw the bat at it, whatever it takes to get that base runner over.
He's very good as far as at least putting that ball to the right side of the infield. Good contact hitter. You have to have a lot of trust in the batter in that type of situation, because if he swings and misses, throw him out. And obviously with the man on third, you don't want to have that situation where you've taken away that RBI.
Oh, one hard hit off the glove of Santana to Kendrick. Flips to Brandon on to first. How about that? 1, 4, 6, 3 goes the double play. And Irvin gets out of it. We head down to the bottom of the 4th with Cleveland on top 1-0.
tipped it enough where Howie was able to make the play.
Howie takes a breaking ball in for his strike. Kendrick, Abreu, and Hunter here in the fourth for the Halos. Howie's 0 for 1, grounded out to third the first inning. Shoots this one foul. He's in the hole and no balls, 2 strikes. A run on 3 hits, 2 left on for Cleveland. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on for the Angels. The 0-2 from Carrasco. Outside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carrasco did pitch in the big leagues for Cleveland after the trade in 2009. It's limited, but he did get some big league time in. That's how he lines this one into the alley in left center field. That's a base hit. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Kendrick heading to second. He is going to stop there as Kearns gets the baseball back in. Leadoff double, the ball gets away. That is going to roll all the way to the dugout. Howie Kendrick will be awarded home. We are tied at 1.
Well, that's the dangers you have when you have the trailer following you behind at first base to cover second. He was off the base, but nobody having backup at that particular point. What you hope for is Chu would be in that position. There's no way he can get there at that point. Another good swing, hanging breaking ball. Now he tucked his hands in very well and hits that ball all the way to the wall. Thought about a triple. Kearns got that in quickly. What did I overthrow right away? Went right into dugout. Perfect spot.
Bobby Abreu takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The arrogant charge has dribbled Cabrera. And I can see where Howie's mentality is. I'm thinking 3 because of how shallow Austin Kearns plays in left field. Long run for him to go all the way to the wall. Why not think about it anyway? As Bobby takes a strike and it's 1-1.
Remember we talked about that in the first game of the series, how shallow he does play. So yes, he will take away some singles, some flares in front of him, but he is susceptible to that ball that get by him in the gap.
Ill-advised throw by Cabrera. They weren't going to get Howie. Wasn't that close of a play. 1-1 pitch is low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
The play sometimes works with a guy with not great speed, but Howie has good speed and good instincts on the bases. You're not going to be able to get him at the second base. The guy doesn't run real well. Maybe could go around there a little bit quicker around the base and cut off the angle to third.
2-1 outside. 3 balls and a strike. Looks like Carrasco stumbled as he landed. 10th to the 9. The error by Cabrera, his first of the year, 5th for Cleveland. A 3-1 pitch. That is outside, and there's a walk. And as a young pitcher, we mentioned the limited amount of time he had in the big leagues in 09. He had time in the big leagues last year, but that's one of those plays for a young man, even at 24 years of age, who's had some big league time, that you get a little frazzled a little bit, knowing full well that it should just been a double, and kind of going after hitter should be 1-0 as opposed to 1-1.
Yeah, your mindset's still, okay, he's at second base, no outs, I can still find my way out of this inning. Instead, that run comes across, a tie game. And then the strike zone goes away from him, especially a guy with such a great eye that Bobby Abreu has.
Carrasco got 7 starts with Cleveland last year. 2-2 with a 3.83 ERA. Facing Torrey Hunter now with nobody out and Abreu over at first. 1 run in for the Angels, tied at 1 here in the 4th. Changeup is in there for a strike.
Carrasco pretty quick to the plate. Not easy for a right-handed pitcher to steal against. Last year, 5 stolen bases against him, but 6 caught stealing. Pretty good percentage when you think about a right-handed pitcher. So quick to the plate, quick move to first.
Torrey hammers one out to deep left field. Kearns is back, forget about it. Big fly for Torrey Hunter, a 2-run shot. And the Angels are on top 3-1.
Boy, just like that, just as your mindset goes away from the batter, a mistake made in the field, and all of a sudden you look up, and the Halos got 3 runs. Corey doesn't miss many pitches on the inner half of the plate. That's his power spot. He'll get the bat head out and drive it, do some damage. In Torrey Town.
They're happy. Vernon steps up now. The first pitch fastball is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Vernon 0 for 1, hit a fly ball to left. Home run by Torrey, his 3rd of the year, now with 9 runs batted in. 1-0, and that is hit out toward left center field. Michael Brantley is there. There's the first out of the inning.
Boy, 2-seam fastball. They did not get down. You can see the wrist. You see when a sinker ball pitcher has the wrist tilted that way, it's going to have flat action on instead of that on top of it where you're going to have sink action. They've been very effective as far as working that fastball down in inventory, getting that ground ball to third. That was a flat sinker that was covered.
Vernon with that fly ball out, now 0 for 2 and 1 for his last 28. Scuffling to start the year. No balls and a strike on Callaspo. He had a base hit in the second. And again, Carrasco, a little glance down at the landing area, just trying to get back to where he was the first couple of innings. Racked up 3 strikeouts for the first 3 innings. He's also walked 2. This one rolled over to second base. Orlando Cabrera has it. Callaspo is retired for out number 2.
It almost looks like Carrasco and Santana have the same landing area. A lot of times when you see even Jared Weaver, he throws across his body. He's on the third base side of the pitching rubber. But both these guys seem to be landing on the exact same spot. So you create a little bit of a hole there. And if it's a little bit longer than the other, you're going to have that stumbling action. So both landing in that same spot.
Mark Trumbo steps in with 2 outs and the base is clear. First pitch. Breaking ball is in there for his strike. Trumbo covered a fastball the last time up and drove it out to the base of the wall, but Shin-Soo Choo did a nice job of tracking it down, so he's 0 for 1. Shot foul. Back-to-back breaking pitches. No balls, 2 strikes.
A good shot the other way on a fastball will make you start thinking about all speed, but this is a time when they might go upstairs. Let's see if Trumbo will chase a fastball up.
0-2. He gets jammed here, and this one's out towards center. Brantley is there. That will end the inning, but the Angels scored 3 runs. It started with the Howie Kendrick double, and it ended with Torrey Hunter's 3rd of the year. 4 in the books. Angels lead it 3-1. Santana with 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed. He'll face the bottom third of the order here. Kearns, Laporta, and Everett. Austin Kearns 0 for 1, fly ball to left in the second inning. This one sharply hit up the middle. Howie dives, got it. Gets up, fires to first, got him! What a play by Howie Kendrick. That's the first out here in the fifth.
Well, that's covering some real estate at that second base position so far for Howie. Up the middle on the backhand here, diving. Ball looked like base hit all the way up the middle. Not only makes the play, but gets up and makes a strong throw. Looks into his glove, bounces up athletically and makes a strong throw. We saw him using the glove side. A lot of range against Hafner earlier in the game.
One out for Matt LaPorta, the first baseman. He breaks his bat, loops one out to shallow center. Brandon's going out. Bourjos coming in. It'll be Bourjos making the catch, 2 outs.
And How I Met Your Mother. There's only one thing to say about My 13's legendary weeknights. They're legend. Stay with me, Victor. Gary. Catch one of TV's funniest shows, How I Met Your Mother, weeknights at 7, right here on My 13. That's what you're doing tonight. As soon as the game is over, you're running home to watch that.
No doubt. No doubt. It's a good thing I have this DVR at home. I can go back and replay this read that you just had. This moment, if you will. Adam Everett takes a strike.
I thought we were going to get in there after the second batter, but those quick outs. A little extra energy.
Everett 0 for 1. Little dribbler up the first base line, and Santana retired him in the third inning. Good breaking ball there, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Finish off here that shutdown inning right here for ERVIN. After his 3 runs, the Angels score in the bottom of the 4th.
Here's the 1-2. Everett pulls one down a left field line. It is hooking, and it is foul. So Adam heads back to the batter's box with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Got off to a rough start with Detroit last year. Ended up getting released in June of last year and signed of the offseason by Cleveland.
One fastball in there, so maybe go for a slider here to finish him off.
Fastball away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher's mound now covered in the same shade that home plate is. See that one ribbon of sunshine across there. This one's full foul. Top of the order, Michael Brantley on deck. 2-2 in the dirt, full count. ERVIN at 67 pitches, 40 for strikes, 27 balls. Mentioned the 1 strikeout that was of Hafner in the 4th inning, a big one. Coming with nobody out and runners at the corners, and then he got Orlando Cabrera to hit into the inning-ending double play. 3-2, chopped on the ground. Callaspo will let it go. Brandon Woods' throw is not going to be in time. That's one of those as a third baseman. You've got to try to cut it off. Everett, even as a veteran player, still get down the line a little bit. And the replay showed it. That looked like Callaspo should have just cut it off.
Slowed off because the shortstop, you're going away from the throw. Very difficult play. It was a nice play by Brandon Wood, but a play it's going to be impossible for a guy running down the line with that kind of speed to be able to throw him out. Did everything he could to make the play, but there's no chance.
So it's an infield base hit for Adam Everett. Man on Michael Brantley, center fielder. Takes a strike. Brantley 1 for 2. Fly ball to left and a base hit. One is down low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Reading a lot of the information from Indians beat writers via Twitter and talking about Manny Acta. Last night we were talking about Grady Sizemore, where he's going to play when he comes back. Manny Acta said center field. Now the question is, where's he going to bat in the order? Grady's a guy that very good leadoff man for Cleveland. Let me rephrase that. Not a prototypical leadoff man, but successful with the numbers for Cleveland. Is that a better statement?
Yeah, I think so, because it has pop. I mean, he's a guy that can hit a home run, good run producer, steal a lot of bases for you.
He'll strike out a lot, or has in the past.
He does chase pitches out of the strike zone.
2-1 is upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike. Brantley seems to be a nice option right now if he can continue to kind of mature at the major league level.
Good contact hitter, good eye at the plate.
3-1. He drills this one out to deep right field. Torrey going back, still back at the wall, off the scoreboard. Torrey plays the carom nicely. Everett's being waved around. Relay throw home, and Everett is safe at home. RBI double for Michael Brantley, and it's a 3-2 game.
And as a norm, when it's still daylight here, the ball carries much better at the Big A. Ball behind an account, 3-1, a chance to get through the inning. There's an infield hit, and then here a pitch up. Luckily stayed in the ballpark. Torrey did a nice job of getting into Howie. It was a closer play than you would think at the plate. Good relay. It's a little high throw, but Everett was going to be safe, regardless of the height of the throw.
Brantley picks up his 6th RBI, his 2nd hit of the game. Mike Butcher out to talk things over with ERVIN Santana. As we pointed out, a guy that will rack up some strikeouts. ERVIN will, 13 strikeouts, 3 walks in his 14+ innings prior to today. He's got 1 strikeout in this game. So it doesn't have it all going. That's not going to happen 30 times a year, that you go out there with your best stuff, all 3 or 4 pitches clicking at the same time. And sometimes you just have to kind of make do and figure it out.
Fight your way through it. Fastball velocity today so far 91. Generally you're going to see him 94, 95. Again, that's when you start taking a little bit off the fastball.
Broken back ground ball to second. Thank you very much. That will end the inning. Cleveland gets one of those runs back on 2 out hits. We're to the bottom of the 5th here at the Big A. Angels still lead it 3-2. It's 3-2 Angels. That's Abreu doing the peanut butter and jelly dance that goes on here in the 5th inning. Bobby's got it going on.
They only had a camera on you up here, Victor.
Oh, well.
You were rocking it.
Yeah, it was. I stretched it out this time. Hank Conger, Brandon Wood, Peter Bourjos here against Carlos Carrasco. Breaking ball, line over the head of Orlando Cabrera to right field, a base hit. Second time in this game in which Hank has led off an inning reaching. He led off the 3rd with a walk, this time with a base knock.
Good spot for Brandon to get down that bunt. Hanging curveball. Nice job as far as in that balance going forward, kept his hands through deep in the zone, and was able to get up on top of that ball and line it in the right field for a base hit.
Brandon Wood roll into a double play his first time up, showing bunt here, and takes a strike.
He may be asked again, try to get this bunt down near the point of the game where that runner in scoring position.
Showing bunt. Drops a bunt on the first base side. Carrasco's got it. Will flip over to Orlando Cabrera. The sacrifice works. As Conger advances to second base. 1-4 goes the put out. 1 out. Back to the top of the order with Peter Bourjos stepping to the plate. Peter's had a little bit of a tough time against Carlos Carrasco in this ball game. Saw 3 pitches in the first, went down looking. Got to a 3-2 count in the third inning, and then same thing. Fastball up. Got him swinging. So he's 0 for 2 with 2 punch outs.
His approach right here may be to think in the lines of hitting the ball in the right field. If it comes inside with a fastball, then turn on it. But otherwise, just try to punch that ball to the right side.
Bourjos takes a strike on the outside corner. Conger able to get a pretty good lead at second base. Nobody paying a whole lot of attention to him. Santana goes back outside. Here comes the 0-1. That's off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels getting 3 runs in the 4th inning to take a 3-1 lead, and Cleveland getting one of those runs back at the top of the 5th here. One. Chopper at the plate, and that may have come up and gotten Peter. One ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Hank Conger, the leadoff base hit, sacrificed over to second. So 1 out. Man in scoring position for the Angels. Two. Boy, he got him with a breaking ball this time. Bourjos tried to avoid the tag, but Santana tagged him. 2 outs. That'll bring up Howie Kendrick. Led off the 4th inning with a double. He's also done a heck of a job defensively as well.
Early in the game, made a great play that his glove side here in the backhand dives into the outfield grass, and center field gets up and throws. Turns out, what a play by Howie, showing some great range at that second base position.
Howie 1 for 2 with a ground out, double, and a run scored. Time is called as Santana wants time in it. Carrasco now steps off. That frustrates you, eh? The catcher calling time like that?
I was all about pace. I didn't like to slow down at all. I didn't like when a catcher came out to talk to me, really. I just put the sign down and we'll go as quick as possible.
First pitch is down low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Don't want to waste time thinking out there in the mound too often.
Double for Howie in the 4th inning, his 2nd of the year. There's a 1-0. Off speed pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1.
Well, he sells that changeup very well. Good arm motion on that pitch. Well, as a hitter, you're reading and thinking fastball. Takes about 8 to 9 miles an hour off that pitch.
One little chopper up the third base line. It's foul. 1-2. Howie come into this ball game, or at the start of the day, tied for the American League in total bases, 30. He's got 32 now. He had Miguel Cabrera of the Tigers at 30. As Trumbo Cabrera had 27 at the start of the day. He now has 30 with his triple. 31 the run scored. One-two. Check swing, but kept his at bat alive.
A nice job by Howie just trying to fight that pitch off. It was a pretty good pitch.
Count still to the ball and 2 strikes. Conger at second base. That is upstairs. That pitch was effective early on in this game for Carrasco. He's thrown 71 pitches so far, 45 for strikes. He's got Abreu on deck. The 2-2. Chopper toward the middle as Trumbo Cabrera has it. Howie is retired for the third out. Leadoff man gets on. He is stranded in scoring position. 5 in the books. Angels still on top, 3-2.
Verizon 4G LTE. Rule the air on the most advanced 4G network in the world.
Great shot high above the Big A. The rubber game of the series between the Indians and the Angels. Halos on top 3-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. Part of the order duo for Cleveland. Chu, Santana, and Hafner against ERVIN, Santana. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 5 hits allowed. Chu has 1 of them. Had a base hit in the 4th inning. As he swings first pitch, fouls one off to the left. And it is no balls and a strike.
Well, Cleveland pretty aggressive on the first pitch. They're up there hacking. They sense it's going to be a fastball. They're up there swinging right away.
0-1. Just missed off the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Chu, a 28-year-old native of South Korea. 1-1 pitch is down, and it's 2 balls in his strike. Every young man growing up in South Korea has a military service that they have to perform at some point in their life. That pitch is up and away. It's 3 balls in his strike. And last offseason, they threw a little wrinkle to it. If Korea were to win the Asian Games, Shin Soo-Choo would no longer have to serve his military duty other than do some basic training in November. As that pitch is on the corner. The full count, and sure enough, they went out and won the gold medal in China.
Put up some pretty good numbers too.
Yeah, they did. 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs in that final game. 3-2, a little bit high, and that is a leadoff walk. Leadoff man on now for Carlos Santana. Hey folks, on Friday, April 22nd, the Angels will sport their 1980s uniforms when they host the American League East rivals, Boston Red Sox, 7:05. Make your plans to be part of Flashback Friday at the Big A and purchase your tickets by visiting the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com. It's also Wells Fargo Big Bang Friday. That's a 4-game series, by the way, against the Red Sox.
Which last time went on the first pitch thrown by ERVIN Santana. Picked the right pitch with a slow curveball to Santana.
Quick throw over there. Chu is back.
A 4-game series against the Red Sox here, and then there's a 4-game series in Boston, and that's it against the Red Sox this season.
Boston off to a slow start, lost again last night. Santana takes high. 1 ball, no strikes. 81st pitch of the night thrown by ERVIN.
ERVIN still trying to get comfortable on the mound.
Red Sox 2-9, taking on the Rays tonight. Chu takes off. The pitch is high. The throw down from Conger is not in time. Stolen base for Shin-Soo Choo, his second. And a man in scoring position.
Pretty good catch and throw by Hank Conger behind the plate. Another pretty good jump. Good pitch to throw. Was an elevated fastball. Just barely got the foot in before the tag was applied by Brandon Wood at shortstop. Coming in and making that tag at second base.
2-0 pitch. It's in there, 2-1. Santana with a fly ball to center and a walk. 0 for 1. Two-one pitch. Roller on the first base side. Trumbo has it, takes it himself. And Chu advances to third. There's out number 1. Brings up Travis Hafner. Indians DH, who's 0 for 2. Grounded out to Kendrick in the second inning. Struck out in the 4th. Angels with a 1-run lead here in the 6th inning, playing their infield in.
More likely bring that first pitch fastball in at the hands.
There's that breaking ball down and in. No balls and a strike. That's the same pitch that got Hafner in his last at bat in the 4th.
Such an effective pitch. Even if you make contact, you're going to pull that ball foul.
That's up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch, up and away. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Shin-Soo Choo is over at third base. The walk, a stolen base, and moved over on the ground out by Carlos Santana. 2-1. After takes a breaking ball in there for a strike, evens the count.
Boy, now he has some options. He could run a fastball up and in again, or throw that hard slider on the back foot. A big strikeout here with the infield in. And on third.
Two. Got him swinging, and Chu off the bag at third. They got him. Strike him out, throw him out. Not sure what Chu was doing, but the Angels will take it. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Angels still on top 3-2. throw him out, pick off, double play. Irvin likes it.
Quick throw by Conger. Again, I guess Chu was anticipating that slider maybe being in the dirt. He knew it was probably going to be coming. And Irvin, that's probably his best pitch of the game, especially in that spot.
Abreu, Hunter, and Wells here in the 6th inning against Carlos Carrasco. 0-1 pitch. Bobby takes a strike. It is 0-2. Abreu for 1. A ground out to first, a walk and a run scored. 0-2. Breaking ball looped in the air toward left center field. Not hit very deep. That's going to fall in right in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. Leadoff base hit for Bobby Abreu brings up Torrey Hunter.
Like one of your sand wedges coming in there, landing perfectly on the green.
No doubt about that. 54 degree.
Yeah.
Jack in the Box game summary. Torrey Hunter, 2-run home run in the 4th. Irvin Santana thus far, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Shin-Soo Choo for the Cleveland Indians has a couple of stolen bases, but picked off to end whatever threat Cleveland would have had in the 6th inning. Now here's Torrey, 1 for 2 with that home run in the 4th, his 3rd of the year. Team leading 9 runs batted in. Hard hit towards short as Drupal Cabrera feeds Orlando Cabrera. Fires onto LAPORTA, and just like that, 2 outs. Second double play that the Angels have hit into in this one.
Well, hit well, but right at the shortstop. And they went away this time, and Torrey still had a pretty good pitch hit it well, and hit right at that shortstop position.
Vernon steps up with 2 outs, nobody on. 0 for 2, fly to left, fly to center. Takes a fastball in for a strike. Indians straight up, infield and outfield against Wells. 0-1 pitch on its way. And he's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Early on, we saw that slider busted out by Carrasco, but I haven't seen a whole lot of it. Relied on the fastball, straight changeup for the breaking ball. That one sails just up and in, maybe perhaps even over the head of Vernon. It's 2-1.
And that pitch was supposed to be outside. Pretty fortunate that didn't get Vernon, because that ball was running right at him. If you're looking away, again, when you're a sinker ball pitcher and you just drop your wrist at all, you're going to have that run in action. The ball just kept running right in at Vernon.
Two balls and a strike. It was pulled foul. 2-2 now. Two-two, got him swinging. Down goes Wells. That will end the 6th inning. Carrasco picking up his 5th strikeout. 6 in the books. Angels still up 3-2. Angels up 3-2 here to start the top of the 7th inning. Cleveland setting up Orlando Cabrera, Austin Kearns, Matt LaPorta. Irvin with a couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks. First pitch curveball is down low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. 90 pitches now thrown by Irvin, so the Angels start to get action going in their bullpen. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Scott Downs, the lefty. Francisco Rodriguez, the right-hander. Cabrera hits the fly ball to left center, playable for Bourjos. He is there, 1 out.
This is what we talk about when it comes to pitch count. Sometimes when we saw Jerry Weaver the other day, even though he was getting a little bit tired when he had his 15 strikeout over 120 pitches, it's still, there's a difference. Irvin's been struggling with this 92. You think, okay, he still has another 15, 20 pitches left in him, but it's been a taxing 92 pitches for Irvin. He's made some pitches when he's had to in this game. He's got that type of stuff. Again, it hasn't been easy for him. He's just trying to battle his way through, hopefully get through 7, and then give the ball down to the bullpen.
Austin Kearns at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Fly to left and a ground ball to second. The ground ball to second was a terrific play by Howie Kendrick, going to his backhand. That came leading off the 5th. Breaking ball chopped foul at the plate. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams with 5 hits. The Angels took advantage of a defensive miscue by Asdrubal Cabrera, trying to throw behind Howie Kendrick after a double leading off the 4th. That brought home the 1st run. Then Abreu walked and Torrey Hunter, a 2-run home run. Inside, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two. Got him looking. On the inside corner.
Boy, good spot with that fastball. And he had Austin Kearns thinking the way, right underneath his hands and got the corner.
Goes back upstairs. There's that fastball location.
Something. Conger stepped towards inside, and you can see Austin Kearns was thinking he was going right back inside with that fastball.
Breaking ball, and Brian Runge with one of the best strikeout calls in the world. 2 outs.
Like that one.
It's emphatic.
There's no doubt about that one.
Almost as emphatic as Tim McClellan behind the plate.
Pretty similar.
LaPorta takes a breaking ball for a strike. Indians first baseman 0 for 2. He's popped out with a fly ball to center field. Bottom of the 7th for the Angels. CALLASPO, TRUMBO, and CONGER the scheduled 3. No action in Cleveland's pen as that pitch drops in there, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Also had some pretty good bite on that slider for ERVIN Santana here of late.
Try to get him to swing at that elevated fastball. If you're LaPorta, you got to be thinking, okay, after that pitch, he's going to come with a slider.
Jam shot over toward Howie Kendrick, drifting out into the outfield grass, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Irvin. Picking up his 3rd strikeout. 7th inning stretch time. Angels still on top 3-2. Bottom of the seventh, Angels up by the score 3-2. CALLASPO, Trumbo, and Conger here against Carlos Carrasco, who's thrown 81 pitches. He has 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. The right-hander's done a nice job. Did make that mistake. But Torrey Hunter, that's the difference in this game. 2-run home run. Alberto Callaspo 1 for 2. Base hit in the second and a ground out in the fourth. This one's grounded over to second base, and Orlando's got it. One away. Here comes Trumbo.
If you're Mark right now, just try to get a fastball, do some damage, extra base hit in scoring position. They get some insurance runs. This Cleveland club is just, they're always in the game. They're pesky hitters. Contact hitters, they're up there hacking at that fastball.
One ball, no strikes on Mark, who's 0 for 2. Fly ball to right and a fly ball to center. He jammed that fastball up and in. Now to Rodney now, beginning to loosen. Scott Downs just about ready to go. In the 8th inning, Cleveland has 8, 9, and 1. Everett, Brantley, and Cabrera. Two balls and 1 strike. Something off there. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the 2-1 changeup. Almost thinking lines of a good fastball count. Well, Carrasco's got good stuff too. Pretty good idea on the mound also.
Well, I tell you what, with Carmona getting back to what he was a couple of years ago, as Trumbo hits one out toward right field, chasing Chu back a couple of steps. And that is out number 2. Hey, stop by the Angels Stadium team store today to pick up your exclusive, authentic Angels merchandise, including retro hats and jerseys, 50th anniversary items, and much more. The Angels Stadium team store is open 7 days a week and during all Angels home games. So 2 outs, and Conger steps to the plate. Just getting back to Cleveland. Those 2 guys, top end of that rotation for the next couple of years. I know Cleveland has 3 individual options on Carmona. And of course, if we got the rights to Carrasco for a while before arbitration and free agency ends. Conger rolls this one to second. Could be interesting in the American League Central as Hank is retired and Carrasco here in the 7th inning retires the Angels in order. We played 7 from the Big A. Halo still on top 3-2. play of the game thus far.
Boy, Torrey gets a flat fastball on the inner half, and there was a no-doubter. Crushes that for a 2-run home run. Point giving the Angels a 3-1 lead there in the bottom of the 4th inning.
ERVIN is back out there, delivers a strike to Adam Everett. 9-1-2 due up for Cleveland. Everett, Michael Brantley, then has Drupal Cabrera. Brantley, left-handed batter. Cabrera, switch hitter. With Rodney and Downs ready to go in the pen as Everett loops one in the air to left center field. And that's going to fall in for a base hit. So leadoff man is on board for Cleveland. Everett a 2-for-3 game. Mike Scioscia's coming out, and that's going to be it appears. And with Brantley coming to the plate, looks like it's going to be Scott Downs coming into this game. So ERVIN pitches into the 8th. Goes 7+1 batter. Strikes out 3 and walks 2, and responsible for the man at first. A pitching change. We're in the 8th. The Angels still on top. He's got a 3-2 lead. Mike Scioscia going to the bullpen now. Scott Downs comes into this one. Nobody out, and man at first. Get a chance to deal with Michael Brantley.
Scott, that good sinking fastball, could use that sinker right now to get a ground ball out. Good curveball, slider, changeup. Job by ERVIN Santana. They didn't necessarily have his best stuff, but he battled very well and then to get into the 8th inning.
Scott Downs activated off the disabled list a couple of days ago. Got in some action Monday. 1 inning, scoreless relief. Veteran signing a 3-year deal in the offseason. That was a broken toe last half of spring training. The first pitch to Brantley is down low for ball 1. Brantley, 2-hit game. Single and an RBI double. He's also hit a fly ball to left. CALLASPO in on the grass in case Brantley has any ideas of dropping one down. Chopper, and that is into right field, a base hit. Everett grounding second. He is going to try to go to third. The throw from Torrey is not in time. And so the Indians have runners at first and third here with nobody out, and it's Drupal Cabrera coming up. 3-hit game for Michael Brantley.
Number 13, Drupal Cabrera.
A 306 career hitter against the Angels. Brantley's putting the ball in play, got a ground ball. Scott Downs did, but the ball got through the hole.
Cabrera 1 for 3, had a triple back in the first inning, scored the first run of the game. Step off for Downs, make sure he sees where his defenders are. CALLASPO playing just about even with the bag at third. Breaking ball is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. to Cabrera, who's tripled in the first inning. Was his first of the year. Sip on the left, Pistano on the right. Down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Tony Sip has not pitched in this series. Pistano pitched a couple nights ago. Good stuff, too.
Power fastball, power slider.
Adam Everett, throw to first. Led off this inning with a base hit to left center. Brantley followed suit. Pitching change. Two balls, no strikes here on Asdrubal Cabrera. The pitch. This is rolled over to third. Coming home is Everett. They got him in a rundown. Conger gives it up to CALLASPO. They get the first down. Time is called. Cabrera reaches on the fielder's choice. The Angels get the first down here in the 8th.
Boy, a big out for the Angels there. Obviously, to get a play at the plate with no outs, going on contact, you got to stay there if you're the base runner. Play though, nice job of the rundown here, running them back to third base and able to easily apply the tag and keep the runners at first and second, so you still have the double play intact.
Yeah, first and third with nobody out, ground ball to the infielder. You're anticipating that the defense is going to give up the run and take the 2 outs. So first and second, 1 away for Shin-Soo Choo. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Choo 1 for 1. A base hit in the 4th inning. He's picked up a sac fly. He's also walked and stolen 2 bases. One ball, 1 strike. Time is called. Downs and Conger want to talk things over.
Making sure what sign we're putting down over the runner at second base. So game plan. You're down in the bullpen. There's all kinds of scouting reports on what you're going to do against certain batters. Sure they're on the same page.
Downs is ready, glancing back to Brantley. And the 1-1 pitch. That's down in the dirt and gets by Conger. Wild pitch, advances both runners.
It's one of those plays too, you've taken away the potential double play ball now.
Choo ahead of the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Middle infield is back. CALLASPO playing it at third. Trumbo playing it at first. Two 2-1 from Downs. Choo takes that pitch up and in. It's 3-1. Carlos Santana, the switch hitting catcher, is on deck.
3-1 with an open base. You don't want to give in right now. Hit your pitch if he's going to make contact.
Oh, perfect pitch right there. Full count.
So when you're in the mindset now is you hit your spot on a fastball right on the black of the outside corner. Now you have the option with the open base to throw a breaking ball in that same plane.
See the career numbers against Scott Downs, 2 for 4. The payoff pitch, chopper off the glove and toward Howie, and he'll get Choo at first. The run will score, and this game is tied. There are 2 outs now with Cabrera at third. Mike is going to come out. Rodney was ready to go in the pen. And Scott Downs is done. No decision for ERVIN Santana. His night is officially over. 3 runs, 7 innings. Pitching change. We're in the 8th. Tie score 3-3.
Better hip turn. More deception in his delivery as far as his fastball, changeup, and he's throwing a pretty good slider of late also.
That's Asdrubal Cabrera over at third base. Santana in this one, fly ball to center, a walk and a ground out. That's the book closed on ERVIN Santana, 7+1 batter, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 runs on 6 hits. First pitch changeup from Fernando. It's outside for ball 1. Go back-to-back changeups. This one on the inside corner to even the count.
Good arm motion on that changeup. Peter reading fastball. 82-mile-an-hour pitch instead.
Goes fastball inside, 2-1 now. Scott Downs, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit. He's responsible for Cabrera at third base. The 2-1. Off speed, a beauty. Good off speed pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Way up that fastball inside, dropped another great changeup.
Inside, overthrowing that fastball at 96, full count. Travis Hafner on deck.
The pattern has been fastball, changeup, then back to the fastball. Now I wonder if he's going to drop the changeup once again.
Payoff pitch, changeup, got him looking. Down goes Santana. The inning comes to an end, but not before the Tribe tie things up. They get a run on a couple of hits. We're into the bottom of the 8th. This game knotted at 3. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, 9-1-2 due up. It looks like Meister Asturias is going to pinch hit against Vinny Pistano. Comes in for the second time in this series. Pistano takes over for Carlos Carrasco, who went 7 innings, struck out 5, walked 2 on 5 hits. He did a heck of a job. Pistano did a heck of a job himself when he came into the ball game 2 nights ago. Went 1 inning. Very impressive stuff. Local product at Cal State Fullerton. See Brandon Wood on the bench. It's Meister leading things off here as the pinch hitter.
Pistano with a good fastball, 93 to 95 range. And a pretty tough arm angle to pick up if you're a hitter. Good slider also, and a changeup.
The Steelers hitting .318 on the young season. .314 from the left side, .333 from the right. Everett playing on the grass at third. The first pitch is in there for a strike, the fastball. Pistano makes his home in Anaheim, went to Canyon High School, mentioned Cal State Fullerton as well. A 20th round pick by Cleveland. As Meister swings through that fastball. And it is 0-2. That 20th round selection came in 2006. Got to the big leagues for the first time last year. Here comes the 0-2. Popped him up. Shallow left center as Drupal Cabrera going out. Kearns and Brantley. It's Kearns making the catch. 1 away. Jordan Walden's up and loosening now.
Number 25, Peter Borges.
Jordan getting warmed up just in case of save situation. Borges again, you got to look for fastball. Pistano loves to throw that fastball around belt high.
Got the fastball there, kept it away from Peter. It's no balls and a strike. Pistano does not waste a whole lot of time, does he?
Very aggressive.
Another fastball at 93, and it's 0-2.
We saw that sweeping slider his last time out. He was ahead of the count 0-2.
Three straight fastballs, 2 outs. Tough day for Peter Borges. 0 for 4 of 4 punch outs. Brings up Howie Kendrick. 2 outs and nobody on. Howie 1 for 3, had a double and a run scored in the 4th.
The thing is, you stay away with the fastball long enough against Howie, he's going to be able to put a good pass on and drive that ball to right center field.
1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
What, Carlos Santana behind the plate for the Tribe really controls the game for that pitching staff. For a young catcher, very good as far as game management.
Way outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Almost to the extent where you kind of harken back to the days of Tony Pena. The adrenaline back there, not a hyper guy, but into every single pitch.
You feed off that if you're a pitcher on the mound also.
10 for a strike, 3-1. Abreu's on deck if Howie can keep this inning alive. Full count.
When you look at those swings, it seems as if the hitters aren't picking the ball out of his hand at all. Deception. Plus the fact it's 92-93 with some late movement.
3-2 pitch. Got him swinging. 1-2-3 inning. And we will head to the 9th. This game still tied at 3. Just one batter in the 8th inning and struck out Carlos Santana. Hafner in this one 0 for 3. Ground out, a couple of walks, or pardon me, a couple of strikeouts. A couple of walks was ERVIN Santana gave up today in 7+ innings. First pitch changeup is in there for a strike. Howie Kendrick out in shallow right against Hafner as they play the overshift. Trying to cut anything off. No balls, 2 strikes.
Stay down, stay out of the danger spot of that swing of Hafner. Now going to elevate a fastball here.
Foul tipped, and Hank can't hang on to it. Had the strikeout, but just out of the glove.
See the target set up high, then run in action. Looked like it was just out of the glove of Hank Conger, though. Pretty good movement on that 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
No question. Grounded weakly over to Howie. He's got it. One away. 0 for 4 game for Travis Hafner. Here comes Orlando Cabrera, the second baseman. 0 for 3. So Chris Perez, he's the closer from there. Cabrera, a couple of fly ball outs and a ground out. Three seasons, a member of the Angels. This one's lifted in the air to right field. Torrey is there. 2 outs. Cabrera spending time in Southern California, 2005 to 2007. He makes the second out here in the 9th. That'll bring up Austin Kearns against Rodney. The Angels in the bottom of the 9th inning have Abreu, Hunter, and Wells due up. Question is, does Manny stay with Pastano, or now that Perez is still throwing, do you go to that bullpen? Pastano looked very impressive yet again, a 1-2-3 8th inning. As Kearns takes a fastball in for a strike.
Especially with Bobby Abreu leading off, left-handed batter Tony Sipp looks like he's up in the bullpen once again also.
Sure enough. Big rip there and a foul straight back. It is 0-2. Scott Downs, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit. The rest zeros. Carlos Carrasco, the starter for Cleveland. They have 3 runs, all 3 earned on 5 hits in his 7 innings of work. 0-2. Held up on the changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, he wanted to swing at that pitch too. It was close. Good spot though at 0-2. Now you make the hitter think of that spot on the outside corner with the changeup. You can run back in the fastball, or you can go back out that changeup once again.
Off speed down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Going back out there again. Full count.
Tried 3 times in a row.
Matt LaPorta's on deck. Rodney trying to finish this 9th inning, going 1-2-3. The 3-2. Check swing. They asked for help. He did not go.
Where was the pitch, though?
Where was the pitch, and what about the check swing? Did everybody miss him? It's Mike Malinsky at first base. Straight changeup. Right down the middle for ball four again.
Wow. I mean, you talk about hitting a perfect spot.
So a 2-out walk with an asterisk. Here's LaPorta chasing the high fastball. There's no balls in a strike.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you got to clear your mind of that. Yes, you made the perfect pitch. You didn't get the call, but you got to go out and try to finish off this hitter. He's got pretty good pop. You make a mistake.
Good off-speed pitch there. It is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and a step off. Just to clarify, Irvin Santana, in my book, had it listed as 3 runs. Adam Everett was his last base runner, so Irvin gave up 2 runs. That pitch to call, strike 3, down goes LaPorta. That will end the inning. Scott Downs did give up a run in his 2/3 of an inning. It'll be Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells up in the bottom of the 9th of a 3-3 tie. Left-hander Tony Sipp on in relief. Vinny Pistano had 1 inning, struck out 2. You see the numbers for Sipp. Perfect this far, 5 innings, no record, no ERA, 4 strikeouts, no base on balls, and he's got a left-hander to face to start the bottom of the 9th, and Bobby Abreu.
He's got a good fastball, 89 to 93, slider, changeup. The one thing about Tony Sipp, though, he does throw a lot of 4-seam fastballs. Generally, that's going to be a straight fastball. Last season, in 63 innings pitched for the Tribe, he gave up 12 home runs, which is a lot for a guy coming out of the bullpen.
Native of Pascagoula, Mississippi, 45th round pick by the Tribe at 04, and got to the big leagues in 09. Last year, 2-2 mark, a 4.17 ERA, pitching in a career high 70 games. Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells here in the 9th inning. Bobby 1 for 2 with a walk. He'll look at a pitch on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 pitch. That's down in the dirt, the breaking pitch. Count is even at 1-1. Cleveland with 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They've stranded 5. The Angels 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Halos have left 2 men on base. Pitch, chopper on the ground toward first, backhanded by LAPORTA, and Bobby is retired for the first out. Go back to the 4th inning. It's Carlos Carrasco. Torrey Hunter picked up his 3rd home run of the year. 2-run shot at that point. It put the Angels up on the score of 3-1. Cleveland got a run in the 5th inning. A 2-out base hit by Adam Everett, and that RBI double by Michael Brantley, and then a run in the 8th. Tie things up. 1 for 3 game with that home run. He's also struck out and rolled into a double play. Lays off that fastball down and away. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Left-handers against Sip now. 0 for 7. Off-speed pitches in there, evens the count at 1-1. Right-handers are 1 for 10 here in the early going.
He definitely has a good live arm. Again, that 4-seam fastball at times in the past has come back to hurt him. Now you have that fastball count. Where he has that option of letting that bat out and try to crush a ball right here.
Two balls and a strike. Pull the string, 2-2. Santana setting up outside the 2-2 pitch. Torrey goes down swinging for out number 2.
Perfect spot on that fastball. Outside corner. Stayed on top. Stayed true to the pitch.
Here's Vernon Wells with 2 outs, nobody on. Vernon 0 for 3. 2 fly ball outs and a strikeout. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Hasn't shown the ability to come inside, at least showcase anything.
Going to try to force the hitters to hit to the big part of the ballpark here, especially the right-handed hitters.
That's down in the dirt. Evens the count. One pitch. 1-2.
Jordan is trying to look for one mistake.
Yep. Jordan Walden continuing to loosen in the pen. Figure to see him in the 10th. If we get that far. The 1-2 from Sip. Chop foul. Tough stretch for Vernon. 1 for his last 29. Trying to find the groove. 1-2 again. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I wonder if it's going to be a show fastball on the outside corner now. Try to drop either a changeup or throw a slider down in the dirt again.
2-2 is popped up. Orlando Cabrera makes the catch. The Angels go down quietly. A 1-2-3 ninth inning. Extra innings once again. We head to the 10th. This game tied at 3. Here, Jordan Walden's coming to the game. We'll take a look at the Angels' upcoming schedule. Off day tomorrow. It's a travel day to Chicago. Taking on the White Sox for 3 over the weekend. We're on Fox Sports West Friday nights. It is Big Fox on Saturday. And then Fox Sports West on Sunday. Then head down to Texas for the first of 3 beginning on Monday. Then back home on the 21st. 4-game series against the Red Sox. And 3 against the Oakland Athletics. You see Jordan Walden out there, and here in the 10th inning, he'll face Adam Everett, Michael Brantley, and Asdrubal Cabrera, the scheduled 3 for Maniacta's Angels and part Indians. Adam Everett, 2 hits tonight. A couple of singles, a run scored. Shows bunt. Jordan's fastball is outside. Walden last pitched on Saturday. That was that extra inning game. This one's chopped over to Alberto. Hello. In that game, he went 1 inning, gave up a hit. He was up last night. Dan Herod came out, finished off the 1-hit shutout. And he retires the first man here in the 10th. Back to the top of the order, Michael Brantley stepping in now, the center fielder. Nice job by Fernando Rodney. Inning in a third, 2 strikeouts. Did issue a walk. That fastball is down low. Brantley, a nice game for him. 3 for 4. A couple of singles. RBI double. He scored the tying run in the 8th inning.
Nice spot with that 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
One and 2 now. You like that one better?
Yeah. That'd be fun to take a 97-mile-an-hour fastball out to the mound.
The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two to Brantley. This was fouled back to the screen. Jordan's run it up there at 97 a couple of times.
Glad it uses that whole body to generate that arm speed to be able to throw that 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Breaking ball pulled over to the right side. Trumbo's got it, waves off. Walden, 2 outs. The bottom of the inning, the Angels have CALLASPO, Trumbo, and Conger. Esturis perhaps with an opportunity if the inning somehow gets to that point. As Jubal Cabrera, 1 for 4, triple with a run scored in the first inning. The Angels, as we pointed out on Saturday, played a few innings. 14-inning affair with the Blue Jays. 6-5 win. Meiser won that game with the RBI base hit. A 12-inning game in Kansas City opening weekend. Fastball is inside. It's 3 balls and no strikes.
You got to battle your way back in this count now.
There's a strike. 3-1. Took a little off. Get it over fastball at 96.
Good little sink on that fastball too. Might as well go same exact spot, down and away.
And there's a walk. Puts a man on now for Shin-Soo Choo. Choo had a sac fly in the first, a base hit in the fourth, a walk in the sixth, and a ground out in the eighth. Stolen 2 bases, his first 2 of the year. There's a strike on the outside corner. $31,000 plus here at the Big A of this 4 o'clock start. Many have stayed. Check swing. They wanted to appeal and did not go, since Ted Barrett. So the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Choo put up another 300 season last year. Career high in home runs at 22, career high in RBIs with 90. So swings through that fastball, a little bit tardy, and it's 1-2.
Again, after that slider down and in, fastball away. Right back out with that fastball.
1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Down goes Choo. That will end the top of the 10th inning. We head to the bottom of the 10th. CALLASPO, Trumbo, and Conger with this game tied at 3. things off here in the bottom of the 10th inning. This game tied at 3. Tony Sipp had a 1-2-3 ninth. He is back out there for more. He picked up a strikeout of Torrey Hunter. Jordan Walden had himself a nice 10th inning. With 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Action in the Angels' pen. It looks like Hisanori Takahashi is beginning to loosen. If this game continues into the 11th. Alberto in this one, 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the second. Takes down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Adam Everett, the third baseman, playing near the bag at third, trying to cut off what would be an extra base hit down the line. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels' last hit came in the 6th inning, a leadoff base hit by Bobby Abreu. Off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Down even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Angels have managed 5 hits in this one. Cleveland has managed 7. You see Mark Trumbo on deck. And Conger would follow him. Trumbo's hit the ball well all 3 times up. And a 2-2 to Alberto. Got him swinging. 1 away.
Another of his fastballs above the belt. Away. You can't try to pull that pitch. You got to try to hit that ball to right field. If you pull off it at all, you're going to swing and miss.
There's Trumbo, who's 0 for 3. Fly to right, fly to center, fly to left.
He has that ability on a fastball away to drive it out of the ballpark to right center.
Lays off that off-speed pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Sipp is ready. Here comes the 1-0. Drops it in. Count is even. Halos trying to make it 3 straight series victories. 1-1. Trumbo pops it up. As Dribble Cabrera makes the catch, 2 outs. Go back to the sweep for the Tampa Bay Rays last week. 2 or 3 for the Toronto Blue Jays. Trying to finish off Cleveland here, dropping the opener and then winning last night.
It's all about winning series. Social's always been about that. Not worried about the next game, but if you get a chance to win a series, that's what it's all about.
And Conger's 1 for 2. He has walked, singled, and grounded out, batting from the right side. Look at a strike.
Again, another pitch away.
23 pitches thrown by Sipp, 15 strikes. 0-1 pitch. Down low. From an adventure, I guess he hasn't thrown 1 pitch middle half into a right-handed batter with any of the 6 guys he's faced.
If it is, it's a breaking pitch in the dirt in that region.
5 considering Abreu's a lefty. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. Takahashi continuing to loosen out there. Chris Perez as well for Cleveland. Esteuras on deck. He's batting in the 9th spot. He pinch hit for Brandon Wood in the 8th inning. Way outside. 3 balls and a strike.
That is staying away.
Sips 3-1. Outside, there's a walk. 2-out walk puts a man on for the Angels here in the 10th. Maniac is coming out. Tony Sipp is going out. Looks like it's going to be Perez in the Indians bullpen being called upon. Meister Sturz get an opportunity to hit from the left side against the right-hander who has come again. So we've got ourselves a pitching change here in the 10th. 2 outs and a man on. This game tied at 3. With Reggie Willits taking over at first base. Chris Perez is the new pitcher on for Cleveland, 25-year-old. 23 saves for the Indians last season.
Boy, power fastball, 93-96, curveball, and a slider.
Perez picked up in 2009 from the St. Louis Cardinals. Part of that Mark DeRosa trade. Comes on here with 2 outs facing Meister Sturz. Sturz 0 for 1, hit a fly ball to left in that 8th inning. Pinch hit at bat. Everett still guarding the line at third. LAPORTA holding Willits on at first. First pitch down low, 1 ball, no strikes.
Where it's difficult to steal and also utilize the slide step, very quick to the plate. He does have a tendency to overthrow that slider. A ball in the dirt could advance the base runner.
One ball, 1 strike. Good lead for Reggie at first. And Meister drills one high and deep to right field, chasing Chu back, still going back, and he'll make the catch at the track for the 3rd out of the inning. Sturz gives it a ride, but not enough. We're here to the 11th. This game still tied at 3. Take a look at some of the scoring this game. Fourth inning, home run by Torrey Hunter, his third of the year. The Angels up 3-1, but the game at 3-2 in the eighth inning. Chopper goes off the glove of Downs with a man at third. We get the out at first, but the run scores. And that tied the game up. That's why we're playing extra frames here. New catcher behind the plate, Jeff Mathis, takes over Conger's spot. Reggie Willits in pinch run for Hank Conger. And Hisanori Takahashi takes over on the mound.
Takahashi getting his command of his pitches back. Throwing that fastball, 86-91 range. Different arm angles, good slider, changeup, curveball.
Carlos Santana to lead things off here against Takahashi. He's 0 for 3 and a walk. Oh, that first pitch off speed, down low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Hisanori pitched on Sunday. Came on in the 8th inning and retired Adam Lynn. 1-0. Down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Chopper over to third. Callaspo's got it. 1 away. The American League East rival Boston Red Sox coming to the Big A Thursday, April 21st, 7:05. The Angels begin a 4-game series against Boston. Make your plans. Be part of the excitement and purchase those tickets today by visiting the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. 1 out for Travis Hafner. Hafner 0 for 4, including a couple of strikeouts. First pitch swinging, chops this one out to shallow right field. Howie will retire. 2 away.
A tough play there because you're playing so far in the hole and playing in the outfield grass. You got to wait for that nice hop to you. But Howie's had a great game defensively.
Takahashi getting the first 2 outs here in the 11th inning. Brings up Orlando Cabrera, the second baseman. The Angels do have the top of the order coming up. Bourjos, Kendrick, and Abreu in the bottom of the inning. First pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, 1 to Cabrera. He swings and throws one out toward right center field. It's playable for Peter Bourjos. Calls it off Torrey. Hisanori Takahashi has himself a 1-2-3 inning. Bourjos to lead things off in the bottom of the 11th, tied at 3. tied at 3. Bourjos, Kendrick, and Abreu against the Indians' closer, Chris Perez. They got Meiser Sturz hit a deep drive to right field, but it was the 3rd out of the 10th. Bourjos drops a bunt out in front of the mound. Perez picks it up, fires on to first, and Bourjos is retired for the first out here in the 11th. 1 for 5 game for Peter. Brings up Howie Kendrick. He's had a 1 for 4 game, double with a run scored in the 4th.
Well, that was a great idea by Peter. Just didn't get it far enough down the 3rd baseline to be effective.
Fouled off to the right. It's no balls and a strike. Swinging a little fly ball down the line. Shin-Sun Chu giving chase. Slows up and in foul territory. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. So 2 outs and Bobby Abreu coming to the plate. Chris Perez has faced 3 batters. He's thrown 5 pitches.
Trying to jump on that fastball. He's got a good one, but he also has a very good slider.
Bobby trying to end it with 1 swing of the bat.
You don't see Bobby swing at the first pitch too often. But he was trying to end the game with that swing.
No balls and a strike. Breaking ball down and in, even to count of 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the 1-1. Breaking ball. 1 and 2.
Came through the curveball and the slider.
Check swing. Did not go. They want some help. Ted Barrett agrees with him. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
As well he should.
Torrey Hunter's on deck. Tough go for the Angels offensively. Since the 4th, Bobby swings and hits a fly ball to center, playable for Brantley. And the Angels here in the bottom of the 11th go down quietly yet again. We have played 11. This game still tied at 3. TV today to see every Angels game live or on demand on your computer and your favorite devices. With MLB.TV Premium, you can enjoy HD quality, home and away coverage, multi-game view, and the ability to pause and rewind live, yes, I said live games. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Austin Kearns will lead things off here in the 12th against Hisanori Takahashi. First pitch is down low. Bottom third of the order due up for Cleveland. Kearns, LAPORTA, Everett. Takahashi had himself a 1-2-3 11th. And he falls behind on Kearns at 2 balls and no strikes. Kearns 0 for 3. Fly to left, a ground ball to second, a strikeout, and a walk. (2-0). 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, that lead off hitter, you just want to make sure you get him out. 3-0 count.
There's a strike. ERVIN Santana got the start, pitched into the 8th inning. Struck out 3, walked 2, gave up 2 runs, both earned on 6 hits. 3-1 pitch. Kearns pops it up. Right center field. Torrey Hunter is there. 1 out. Scott Downs went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit and a run. Fernando Rodney, a scoreless inning in a third. Jordan Walden, a scoreless inning, and now Takahashi working his second inning as Matt LAPORTA steps to the plate.
Number 7, Matt.
For Cleveland, Carlos Carrasco went 7 innings, giving up 3 on 5 hits. Vinny Pastano went 1 inning of scoreless baseball, struck out 2. Tony Sipp, an inning and 2/3, 2 strikeouts and a walk. LAPORTA takes the off-speed pitch a little bit high, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Cleveland with action in their pen. I mean, you'd almost be thinking about bringing Perez back out. LAPORTA slings through that changeup, and it's 1-1. LAPORTA pulling this one up the line, but foul. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. LAPORTA 0 for 4 in this one. 3 fly ball outs, 1 strikeout. Adam Everett on deck. 1-2 outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jammed him. This one will land in the seats on the first base side.
Try to elevate that fastball. Have a chance to sink something away.
Another 2-2 on its way. Off the end of the bat. Just took enough off. Indians in this one 0 for 8 with men in scoring position. The Angels just 0 for 2. Halos have been hitless over the last 5 innings. Good little battle here between Takahashi and LAPORTA. Just missed outside. It's a full count. Well, the reason I brought up Chris Perez as a possibility coming back, he's only thrown 12 pitches.
He's certainly been very effective with that fastball. It's getting that many outs on that few of pitches. You would think he is going to go back out again.
Cleveland has an off day tomorrow, as do the Angels. They travel back home to take on the Orioles. 3-2, got him swinging. Down goes LAPORTA, 2 outs.
Kind of going fastball, outer half, paints the corner. It's the big strikeout. Run in action on the corner.
So Adam Everett steps to the plate, 2 for 4, a couple of singles. One ball, no strikes. Takahashi falling behind here. 2 balls, no strikes. He's thrown 21 pitches now. 11 strikes, 10 balls. He's retiring all 5 he has faced. You see Chad Durbin up and loosening. Hunter, Wells, CALLASPO. Due up in the bottom of the inning as Everett lifts this one out to left center field. Bourjos is there. 1-2-3 inning for Hisanori Takahashi. We head to the bottom of the 12th. Torrey Hunter to lead things off. This game tied at 3.
Only one thing to say about How I Met Your Mother. Hey, it should be on right now. How I Met Your Mother, weeknights at 7. Except for tonight, of course. Right here on My 13.
I thought you had it somewhere on like your computer or something. Streaming live. Chad Durbin comes on to relief here. Chris Perez, another right-hander.
I tried.
I know you did.
Unsuccessfully.
Chris Perez goes an inning and a third. Faces 4 batters, retires all 4. No strikeouts. Torrey Hunter to lead things off against Chad Durbin, the guy who's had considerable big league time last couple of years with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Fastball, 88-92 range, curveball, slider, probably his best pitch is slider and a changeup.
Torrey, Vernon, Alberto, the scheduled 3. And Torrey takes a strike. Torrey hammering one down the line. This one's got the distance. Is it going to stay fair? It is not.
Got a little Carlton Fisk. Try to bring it back.
No balls, 2 strikes on Hunter. Durbin last year with the Phillies, 4-1 and a 3.80 ERA, pitching in 64 games. 0-2 breaking ball, grounded to short. As Jubal Cabrera has it, Torres retired for the first out. So a 1-for-5 evening.
Just trying to see if I can hit the foul pole.
Vernon Wells at the plate with 1 out, nobody on. Durbin for Cleveland has made 4 appearances. He's thrown now 2 1/3 innings, given up 4 hits, 2 runs. He has given up a home run. Vernon takes a strike on the inside corner. Wells 0 for 4, a couple of fly ball outs, a strikeout. He popped out to Orlando Cabrera in the 9th. Checked his swing. He wants some help. He did not go, says Mike Malinsky. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 for 9 in his career. Second go round for Durbin with Cleveland. He was with them back in 03. Hard hit toward the hole. Off the glove of Jubal Cabrera. And Vernon Wells is on board with a 1 out knock.
Curveball. Put a good swing on that one. Gets it by Cabrera at shortstop. And he gets that base hit.
Brings up Alberto. Callaspo 1 for 4, had a base hit in the 2nd. Quick throw to first, and Vernon is back. It's the first time Vernon's been on base since the RBI base hit he had Saturday night against the Toronto Blue Jays. And hopefully for the Angels gets it going. That helps him get it going. Callaspo takes that pitch down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Alberto's at 20 down, 1 for 4. That 2nd inning base hit. Everett guarding the line at 3rd. LaPorta holding Wells over at 1st.
Well, you got to be thinking in line. You have to guess right if you're going to put a pitch out on, especially when you're behind 1-0. Just with that reputation of stealing bases, did not go on that pitch out.
He only had 6 last year, 17 the year before. And a good hitter's count now with 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0), 3-0.
That's why when you put a pitch out on 1-0, all of a sudden now it's a 3-0 count.
Trumbo, the man on deck. Vernon almost slipped off the bag there. LaPorta never even bothered applying a tag. Would have been interesting.
I don't think you're going on 3-0 anyhow. That's a good idea to throw over there.
4-pitch walk, 2 men on. 1 out for Mark Trumbo, the winning run in scoring position. Tim Belcher's going to come out and pay a visit.
Put a pitch out 1-0, you have to have a lot of trust in your pitcher to come back and pick you up for a strike. That wasn't the case now. All of a sudden you have a runner in scoring position already.
Vernon Wells on in scoring position at 2nd base, had the 1 out base hit here in the 12th. Trumbo will have 2 men on, but the only one that matters is the man at 2nd base. Callaspo drawing the walk.
Number 44, Mark Trumbo.
Outfield not very deep for Cleveland. Kearns is never deep in left field. And the first pitch, strike on the outside corner. 87 miles an hour. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1. Breaking ball. Wow, what a play by Carlos Santana.
Well, that is extremely hard to be able to catch a ball like that. That was way off the outside corner. And a breaking ball, different spin on the dirt. Was able to keep that in the glove. Otherwise, you got second and third.
One on one to count. Spin move, nothing's happening. Long look in for Durbin. And now a step off. Durbin has never had a whole lot of success in the American League. A 24-36 record and a 5.70 ERA, having pitched with Kansas City, Cleveland, as well as the Tigers. Pretty decent numbers in the National League. 12-8 and a 3.82. He's got Wells at second, Callaspo at first, the 1-1. Off speed, gets by Santana. Wells will advance to third. He'll stop right there. Callaspo to second. 2 balls and a strike. And what you figure will be an intentional walk now to Trumbo to load things up with Mathis on deck.
Yeah, you would think in this spot, especially now behind the count 2-1. Force up a force at home. Overthrew the breaking ball once again. This time Santana tried to get himself in front of it. They are going to walk him.
It will go in the books as an intentional walk. And Jeff Mathis, who came on as a defensive replacement in the 11th when Reggie Willits pinch ran for Hank Conger, will get his first plate appearance of the night.
Boy, he's a hitter right now in these spots. You just have to be patient. Look for a pitch you can get in the air and drive. Don't swing at a pitcher's pitch. Don't swing at a breaking ball that's down and away. Get yourself in position to get a pitch to do some damage.
1 out. Wells at third, Callaspo at second, Trumbo at first. The only run that matters, Vernon Wells at third. The outfield extremely shallow now. Time is called. The infielders, corner infielders are playing in. Middle infielders playing back, looking for that double play ball. Mathis, a 192 average to start the year, 5 for 26. Has a home run with 2 runs batted in. First pitch down low, smothered by Santana. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, right now, for Jeff, you got to think, I got to center a spot right now because Durbin's having a tough time throwing strikes. Overthrowing each pitch. He's very good as far as handling in case it was a suicide squeeze put on, but with a force play at the plate, a dangerous play.
Durbin is ready. The 1-0, it's a pitch out. Nothing's happening. And Manny Acta must be in love with the pitch out. And it's 2 balls and no strikes with a guy who can't control the strike zone right now.
Well, I'm thinking about it. If I'm Jeff, I'm taking a pitch. Well, it might be easy to throw a strike down. Well, you better know something's on again.
The 2-0. Mathis pulls it foul. 2 balls and a strike. Had a pitch to handle there. Let it fly. Took his chance. 2-1. Dino Abel flashing the signs to Mathis. Wells will take a couple of steps over towards Dino. Everett not on the line, but guarding the line at third. 2-1 pitch. Mathis out towards center field. Brantley is there. He'll make the catch. Wells is tagging. Here comes a throw from Brantley. Wells safe at the plate. Light that baby up. The Angels take the series finale by the final of 4-3.
Boy, this is a great approach by Jeff Mathis. He got a pitch that he can get in the air. You have to be patient, and he came through. Clutch hit, of course, by Vernon Wells to start the inning, but Jeff Mathis is a good approach at the plate, successful approach, and the Angels win another series, which is important for this club to be able to go on the road here now. Tough road trip coming up.
Jeff Mathis picks up his third RBI. The Angels win it 4-3 in 12 innings. From Mark Kubas and our entire staff, I'm Victor Ross. We thank you for watching as always. 4-3, Angels win it. Stick around as Angels Live is coming up next.